Hello all, and welcome to a short presentation on my final Master of Arts project, which is Pausins, Creating Adoption Opportunities for Aging Companions Through Design. Now in this presentation, I'll be going over a quick introduction of the actual project itself, moving on to the problem statement and my solution, which is Pausins. I'll talk a little bit about the design and production of it, and then briefly on the future of senior pet adoption as well. Now, senior pets have long been subjected to this reputation that they're undesired, unwanted, that they're not worth it simply because of their age, but they actually provide a very unique and enriching relationship for a human to have with a pet. And a lot of online adoption platforms don't really capitalize on this opportunity to promote them and focus solely on showcasing younger pets in need of homes. Unfortunately, this has generated a stigma that elderly animals are not the right choice for adopters, and so I sought out on a journey to find out if I could do something to change that. Now, the problem statement that I started this project off with is how can we use design to create adoption opportunities for senior animals and support pet owners by providing better access to caretaking resources. As previously mentioned, current adoption platforms are not optimized to support senior pet adoptions. They don't have enough information on pet profiles, nor on the platforms themselves to actually educate adopters on what to look for and what will be required of them when caring for a senior pet, nor do they encourage adoptions for senior pet because of the wide variety of ages that is currently accepted. So the idea with Pausins is that it would be just a senior adoption platform and no other ages apart from what is classified as senior to the end of their lifespan would be promoted. When starting my user research, it was really important for me to understand the adoption process from both perspectives, so I connected with senior pet owners and some local animal shelters here in Niagara Falls to understand some of the key points that would guide the features and functions of Pausins. In terms of user needs, the main point is that people want to adopt a senior pet as easily as possible and want to find ways that they can search for senior pets that are locally adoptable. They want to find information on how to care for a senior pet and have access to resources for pet care and medical issues that can help them take care of a senior pet or at least inform their decisions. Now, in terms of pain points, it can be very intimidating to adopt a senior pet, and a lot of adopters feel overwhelmed and don't exactly know where to start, especially when they're coming into the shelters and being presented with so many pets that could be adopted. They do have to keep in mind that shorter lifespans means that an owner might not get as much time, and a lack of support resources for senior pet care can also make adopters feel like they don't know what they're doing. On top of that, there is also the element of medical expenses and vet bills, because the reality is that taking care of a senior pet does tend to be more expensive than taking care of a younger and healthier one, due to the fact that age brings a lot of medical and health well-being issues. And so to mitigate all of this, I developed a concept for something called Pausins, which is a senior pet adoption service with the idea that every single aging pet on the planet is like a citizen of the world. It's a website prototype for a senior adoption platform, which is intended to allow people to search senior pets that are adoptable in their area, as well as gather information on senior pet care, information about breeds, what they might suffer from in terms of development as they age, if they have any respiratory issues, if they're known for ligament issues, etc. And also be able to access feel-good stories and rescue moments about senior pets, because we've noticed that pet videos online tend to have a lot of reception, and I think that showing the struggles and the redemption arcs of these senior animals would be a wonderful way to inform people that senior pets still have the fight in them despite their age, and they're not giving up anytime soon, as long as they're surrounded by the right people that will support them and that will help them grow. The development of Pausins was separated into three main phases of production, which were concept planning, low fidelity designs, and the high fidelity design and prototype phase. So on this slide, you actually see a lot of my hand-sketched brainstorming when I was coming up with the actual styling of Pausins, including logo, type, things like what are the values that drive Pausins as a brand and as a service as well. And then here we actually see the transition of low fidelity wireframes that were just mostly placeholder elements. There might have been a little text here and there, but then on the right side is the actual stylized look, where we're applying all of the Pausins branding and style guidelines to the actual interface itself, adding an image, text, copy that is adherent to a senior pet service, and actually bringing the whole thing to life. And with that, let's actually take a very quick look at the prototype itself. Welcome to Pausins, where matching senior pets with loving homes is the priority for us. On this homepage, users are able to search for the type of pet that they're looking for, or they can also search for adoptable ones by city or postal code. If they're not sure which furry friend suits them best or what is available to them, they can always do the Pausins Match Quiz, where users will be asked questions to help determine which furry friend is most suitable for them. Questions include things about adopter preferences, gender, size, whether they care about pets that are special needs, allergy safe, if they have a specific breed in mind, or no preference. Now, if users already know what type of species they would like to adopt, they can always take a look here in the cats tabs or in the dogs tabs. Say we want to adopt a dog, we're going to enter either a breed that we'd like or a city or postal code to search. We are going to follow the trail of paw prints, which will take us to our listings of pets that may be suitable, and here they are presented with the name, breed, age, the gender, and where they are located. Say we look at Floyd here. Floyd is a very handsome 10-year-old King Shepherd. We have pictures here. We have his biographical information, a little bit about him, and then also a section on special needs and accommodations, which will help adopters understand whether Floyd needs some sort of special medical care and whether he has any special needs that need to be addressed. Here on personality traits, it tells us a little bit about Floyd himself and his character, and then if people would like to adopt, where they can find Floyd, the information about the shelter, and then links to visiting the shelter page and viewing more adoptable pets. Users are able to search a database of shelter listings, which will provide information on nearby shelters and rescues, including ways to contact them and an option to view pets for adoption. There are also pet care guides, which provide information based on different topics like adoption, health and well-being, behavior and training, medical support, and lifespan, with all of these based solely on topics of senior pets. So what does all of this mean for the future of senior pet adoption? Pausins represents a very unique solution to the issue of senior pet adoption because there is no existing service like it before that has been commercialized. Meaning that from all of the research that I could find and anybody that I've spoken to, they have never once come across an adoption service that is solely for senior pets. With Pausins, shelters can make use of another way to promote adoptable pets and also feel reassured that their senior residents won't be overlooked for the sake of adopting a younger one. Similarly, adopters can discover hundreds of adoptable senior pets that would be just as suitable for companionship as any other. They can make informed decisions about adopting with the support of pet care resources, and they can also feel confident and secure in their choice to prioritize choosing an older pet over a younger one. Additionally, Pausins could also be endorsed or supported by official governing organizations like Humane Canada, which would in turn also help it to become a credible and recognized platform like Pet Finder or Adopt a Pet. At the end of the day, by establishing online spaces like Pausins, adopters can be connected with four-legged friends that still have plenty of love and affection to give despite their age, and that is something that I have grown a greater appreciation for because senior pets do deserve a happy place to spend their golden days and just a happy end to their life. Just like we care for our actual pets to be well, I think it's important to also look at this age demographic and show them a little more appreciation. So thank you for joining me on this journey to look at Pausins, and I hope that this project has been interesting to look at.